Hi, Bishop Gorman students. I wanted to do a quick tutorial helping you guys link things to your Google site because I got a few questions about that. You may be using your iPad to do this. If that's the case, it may look a little bit different. I'm using a MacBook right now. If you are using an iPad, just make sure that you have done all updates to it because otherwise it can be a little bit glitchy. So it's going to look a little bit different, but you can do the same things. I highly recommend doing everything for your Google site in Google. So if you're writing, say for example with your artist statement, I would recommend doing that in Google Docs. If you're adding images, maybe you want to put them in slides first or something to that effect. But that stuff will all work together really nicely and it'll be super easy to link them together. So here's my site. You can see I've got my link already created for my artist statement. We can check it with the preview here. So I'm going to click on preview. And then down here, if I go to either the picture or the artist statement word there, when I click on it, it takes me to a Google Doc that I have linked to that. And then this one, when it pops up here, it's just a tester that I've created here. If you actually wrote your artist statement in Google Docs, you could very easily link it just like I have there. So let's go back and we're going to leave that preview and I'm going to show you how to do that. So I've already got a Google Doc here that I've decided I want to link to my Google site. So here we go, another tester there. So let's say I want to put that in here. Let's say when I click on my my monkey face here or the daily photos, I wanted to go to that Google document. I mean, you don't have to do that. Anything you can make in Google, a slideshow or a Google Doc or even another page, which I'll show you here in a second, you can link using this. And here's how to do it. So once you click on an image or text down here, you should see these things pop up above that. If I want it to say daily photos, I just have to highlight the word daily photos and then I click on the link, insert link, and you'll see if I kind of click off of this, it's saying I can't edit that text, but you could if you wanted to change it, but I'm just leaving it as daily photos. That's why I highlighted it first. And then here for the link, I'm going to plop in the shareable link that I've got to this. Now the best thing to do is when you're linking this, you want to make sure that you go to down here. I would recommend just putting this on anyone can view, not just anyone at Bishop Gorman. We might have people outside the Bishop Gorman community who want to see these, like grandparents or parents, something like that, and they wouldn't have an at bghscloud.org email, so they wouldn't be able to see it. So put it on anyone with the link can view this, then hit done, then copy the link, then back to your site, and here where it says link, I'll just put that in there and hit apply. There we go. Now, this won't do anything from this editable version of your website, but if I go up to the preview at the top, the way that it would look if someone was actually going to your site, then when I go down here to daily photos, you can see when I click on that, it's going to link it directly to that test document that I just created. And again, you can do that with a Google slideshow that you've created or anything else. Anything that has a URL, you can link to any part of your portfolio that you want. So let's say one more example here. I'm going to leave the preview here. If I wanted, I've already got my art gallery page created. You do that by clicking on pages over here and you can create more pages. They don't automatically attach to anything down here. They just pop up at the top. So I've already got my art gallery, which you can get to if you click on this, and then you can see my images in here. But if I wanted you to also be able to get to my art gallery by clicking on this image here or on these words down here, I could do the same thing. So if I were to go to my art gallery here, okay, this is a page, so I can go to the top and copy this URL. Then I could go back to my home page. I could highlight the words art gallery, click on that link again, and paste that in here and apply it. Now again, it's got that little underline underneath art gallery. And so when I go to preview, I can either click on my art gallery up at the top, or I can go down to where it says art gallery here, and it takes me to that page. So two different ways of getting to the same result. You should also, of course, be able to click, and maybe you have to click again sometimes, on an image, and you'll still see that. There's nothing about editing the text up here because it's not text, but you could add that link to a image as well. So if I click on insert link there, I hit paste, oops. Same thing, now when I go to my preview, I could click on the word art gallery, or I can click on this image, and it sends me to my art gallery.